Wow.
Morning. Rocking chair.
Oh, next one! Wow.
Oh, it's like barreling.
Buxton beach access. Not quite. Welcome to hurricane life. Get used to it. Buxton beach access. Not quite. She gone.
No beach.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Right there, finishing up the little cinematic kind of highlight piece from the overwash and destruction of Hurricane Erin. I went to say a couple things, and then honestly what I'm going to do is just run all of the raw footage that I shot, which is all just iPhone stuff and then drone stuff, I'll let the iPhone footage kind of tell the story, because I did a lot of voiceover stuff. And then the drone footage, I'll do like a voiceover so that I can kind of explain and point out some things to you guys as you watch it. Yeah, I mean, we got worked. Yes, I live on a barrier island, mostly made of sand. This is part of life here. It wasn't always this way. There's lots of reasons that we're at the place we're at now. Partially because North Carolina is the only state on the coast that has a ban on hardened structures. So we can't build jetties and groins and anything else that might help shore up sand like everywhere else on the coast does. Also, Cape Hatteras, specifically Buxton, has only had 2 beach nourishment projects in the last 50 years. So like the entire East Coast would look just like the Outer Banks does for the most part, if they were all forced to do what we've been forced to do. And so it's also, this place is fragile. This place is wild. It always has been, and it always will be. And so if you live here, it's just one of the things that you accept. And, you know, the beauty that this place holds is worth enduring all of those storms. And I'm never going anywhere. A lot of people around here are never going anywhere, you know, because the storms are only a few days, and then we get the rest of the year to enjoy this place. So yeah, just wanted to kind of get all that out there. Other second thing, as you watch the film and the footage, no, I did not endanger us at all. Some of that I will touch in here. This is not like some flood event. Like you can't get flooded. The water washes up and it just goes down. It's like playing in the shore break. Only if you got in the ocean in front of the homes would it be dangerous. And so obviously you don't do that. I wasn't in danger. My family wasn't in danger. You know, the 1 or 2 buildings we did go on, they're private property. Like, you're not supposed to go on them. I know the owners, and so that's why I was up there. I've been going up and watching storms roll in underneath those decks for 20 years or more, 25 years, since I was little with my dad, and he explained things to me and showed me the way the water moves and this and that. And it's cool to share that with my kids now that they're old enough to, you know, trust them out there on the like while there's overwash. This year was the first year I ever took them to go see what happens there on the shoreline during those big storms. And yeah, so we did not go on any buildings that were dangerous. The ones we were on, the pilings are sunk 20 feet in the ground, and some are surrounded in sandbags, and it, you know, there is a situation where it would be dangerous to go out there, and I wouldn't do it. But in this case, with this swell, it was okay. But it's not something that you can also just go do. It's something that, you know, some of us that have grown up here have, you know the people, and so can. But anyway, just kind of wanted to throw all those disclaimers out. I'm gonna stop talking now because this video is gonna end up being pretty long probably. But if you want to see just raw footage firsthand what an ocean overwash event from a big hurricane swell is like on a barrier island here on the Outer Banks, Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, here you go.
Well, oh, there's death barrel.
This is crazy. I've never seen it like this. Like shore break this big, this close. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy. Always be ready to run backwards, all right, bud? Like maybe on this double up. Watch it.
But it didn't really come over here because we're on this little.
Well, it's because of this little knuckle here.
And what's that crazy?
Wow. Oh my, look at this one. This one's doubling up hard. What's crazy though is it's not even tall. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, I agree. It's just surging. Wow.
That was not that good.
Oh, get on the stair. Hey, get off of this thing though. Come up to this one.
On some nice pilings right here.
Yeah, that one shook. Dude, look at that. That one shook so gnarly.
Look at that thing.
Oh my gosh! Dude, it's barreling. Whoa. Oh, these aren't even shaking though. Whoa, dude, that was wild. Wow.
I didn't know what to do. I'm just like spraying, like ah! I can't like propose anything right here.
Look at this barrel. Was that Mason? Oh, we could have gone that way? Whoa, splashed up my shorts. Welcome.
How bad is this thing wobbling?
This doesn't really wobble. It's the stairs. Yeah, here we go.
There you go. Maybe enough water. Go, 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 go.
Go! Oh,
Go, go, go.
yeah! Yes! That's sick. It's coming for you. Oh, next one. That was a veteran move right there. Oh, standing wave in there. Look at that. I know. I mean, we hadn't been out there an hour and this was all dry.
I was like, wow, don't look that bad. That's what I was thinking.
It just took a little bit of time. Dang. So, we parked here to not deal with the water. And it's already here. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. This is not even the worst of it yet.
So here you have the entrance to the village of Buxton. This is looking at the Outer Banks Motel there, kind of dead center. You have Lighthouse View Motel on the far right, and then the Cape Hatteras Motel there on the far left. You see the ocean coming over there, white water washing over between the buildings, headed towards the highway. You can see pooled up water on the road, and there at the building on the left, which is Fatty's Eatery. And yeah, there you can see a little to the north. Here's a different angle, same thing, Buxton. Just kind of a slow pan. I wanted to show what it looks like as you watch these waves surge in and back off and surge in. You can see there as this next wave's coming, that's almost like two waves on top of each other. So that is caused by the very long period swell. This was, the first major overwash event of the storm. It had washed over that morning a little bit and the evening before, but not bad. This was the first bad one. And so the swell angle was from the southeast. It actually doesn't hit that part of Buxton that bad, but there was so much energy in it, as you can see from those double ups, that it was just pounding those buildings. But those buildings are built tough. They've been there a long time and they've gone through a lot, and they're still chugging along. Here's the more southern end of Buxton. A little bit. This is basically, you're looking at South Tower Circle Road and Tower Circle Motel there on the left. You can see how much water is just in the village. It was coming over there on the right side and then filling up, because the way that the sand's piled up, it was turning it into like a bowl. So just wanted to show the pulled back view of how much water was sitting in the town.
Oh, I just watched a wave wash over pretty bad down there, way down there.
So after we watched the overwash in Buxton and checked things out, I knew that this evening was supposed to be the biggest part of the storm surf for the south facing side of the island. So this is down in Frisco, on the south end of Cape Hatteras. And you're basically looking due south here. This beach faces south, and the swell over on this side was much, much larger than over in Buxton. This is just kind of an overview to see how far out it was breaking. Here you can see from Frisco looking south towards Hatteras Village. You see all the water pooled up on the highway there. And then you notice how narrow the strip of land gets there in the back. In between Frisco and Hatteras, that area there is where Hurricane Isabel cut an inlet in 2003. And it's just kind of been a pressure point where the water, you know, the waves like to push and the land likes to give way. And so you can see that without much dune, all the vegetation's gone, and so the highway gets covered in water now. As the sand washes out from the waves washing over, it becomes impassable. And so Hatteras actually ended up getting cut off, not like physically cut off, you just couldn't drive it. I think for 2 days, almost 3 days, you couldn't drive in and out of Hatteras. I think maybe, you know, emergency personnel or whatever could go in and out with four-wheel drive, but everyone else was kind of stuck for 2 days. And then here's a little bit more pulled back version. You have the Frisco bathhouse there in the foreground. It was just real pretty. And then this is looking at the, you know, all the tide there on the road in Frisco and the last bit of incoming swell. It honestly, it seemed like it was picking up more and more and more right there at dark. We went up and watched the waves from the dunes, and it was massive. It was every bit of 20-foot faces, if not 25-foot faces. It was as big as I've ever seen it over there. You know, the drone video and the iPhone video really don't do justice to it. It's hard to tell how far out that is. But, you know, I can tell you it was massive. So it's huge. Makes this morning look so dainty. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. So big.
Whoa, that one was massive down there.
Look at the one out the back.
Look at this one. Mushing. Now that's 15 foot. Dang, and it's clean. That one out the back actually went top to bottom. That was probably a 20-foot wave. Oh, look at the rainbow. It is 6:30 in the morning on Thursday. I don't know the date, but day 3 of Hurricane Erin, overwash and storm surge and craziness. Going to check out Buxton and see what it looks like. It's literally dead high right now. Probably should have been there 20 minutes ago, but
I walked around the car and got a face full of sand.
it is howling. It's a video. Road's closed.
Howling 50 miles an hour.
Water's flowing. It's not coming over, but so bad though. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad right here.
You can see this is where we were last night. The driveway has been undermined and broken apart. Wow, look at that one, buddy. That was crazy. And where we were running last night is just gone. Morning, rocking chair.
Still driven really hard. That's a good. I think that's so
Into the boot!
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
You think I can?
Look at all that stuff. They're probably the stands from the end of the motel. So curious what that is.
Hey, there's your nice chair. Who is that who's sitting up there?
Oh, dang, their AC units went down. Homeboy is keeping it clear. Wow, Maze, look at that wave. Right into the building. Wow, that one was a crazy one. So much tide. And sand. See if we see the waves coming up. Yep. See the waves through there. Well, tide is going down. This morning's high tide was not quite as bad as last night's. I mean, it's still pummeling buildings and stuff. There's still in the driveway there at the Outer Banks Motel. Fell in some. Just missing like 20, 25 feet of concrete. I don't know what the rest of Buxton looks like because we're not going to go wading down. You're spraying me. Yeah, I mean, so it's still getting worse because there's still just more water, less beach, but this tide cycle did not fill up as much or as fiercely as last night's. Pretty sure this evening is going to be the worst of it for Buxton, so we'll just have to come and see. I'm gonna go have some breakfast. Leading up to the overwash, everything's dry and nice. Away from the ocean. It's all good.
So look, from back here, you can see those are all the buildings that are in all of the photos and overwash videos you see. You see the trickle, that's all it is. Unless you're out on the ocean front, it's just a normal breezy day.
Or whatever the thing is. Huh? Yeah, like. You get like
Oh my god.
Oh!
That thing kegged. Watching and learning. Here comes, watch this one. Into the town it goes.
That's crazy. Crazy.
I have to get a clip of someone with a rescue squad hat on so I don't get in trouble.
Hey, the wiener brush is still
You have a cookout?
Could have a cookout back here.
Look at this double up. Oh, maybe not.
Like that, yeah? I think I just saw something do like a blow.
Don't lose your flippy floppies.
Don't use your shoes. It was just half.
Wow.
Is it a water line or septic tank? Water line?
See? And it just casually washes in. Wow, it's so gnarly looking here with the fences. See, but then you got dry ground. That's all good. Wait, what is it a water line or what?
Yeah, it's a water line.
I thought they cut the water off.
They were supposed to, and they never did.
Oh,
How we call it?
look at the size of that one. Oh my gosh.
I feel like we've been waiting for the stairs to go in.
Gosh, look at the size of that one. It spit.
If it spits, it's makeable. Even if it is on dry house.
Oh.
They survived.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, they're barely hanging on. Part of them did go down.
Bottom low, yeah.
Wow, dude. No. Kobe. That's how much sand's right there. See, all you guys ever see is the houses getting smashed by waves and water rushing everywhere, and it's like walking on dry ground. Carefully, thoughtfully, timing the waves, you know, all things that take knowledge. People grow up here knowing, and it's not dangerous. If a wave came, my knees would get wet. So just out seeing what's happening to this little island we call home. It's getting destroyed. But again, this is only happening on like the 200 yards by the ocean. Everything else is fine. In some places it's you can be on the ocean and it's still fine because there's dune. There's just no dune here. Right? No dune.
tires on.
You're supposed to be able to drive a car underneath of there.
Yeah.
So that's how much sand is piled up.
It's probably a drop off further in.
Christy's house needs to go buy some scrap metal. Just not it.
Are you kidding me?
That's gonna be the new Yeezys.
Yeezy.
I need more bubbles.
Been doing a walk through Buxton. Assessing all the damage. And the stairs are still up. Sorta. Getting absolutely ravaged by the storm. Hey, watch out, there's a piece of wood floating in this one. And snap. Just snapped when we walked by it.
The new shoe brand.
I know, it's wild. Hey girl. Oh wow. Dang man. What a mess.
Yeah,
this
right?
is way worse than last night.
Yeah. You can't expect it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, this one's going.
Good gosh, man.
That's it.
There they go.
Oh, oh.
I heard that one. As soon as it hit, I was like, dang, this one. Welcome to hurricane life. Get used to it.
Hey, next.
Very large out there. Oh. Dang, that sucks. So just to be clear, these are the pilings. Well, you can't see them right now. There's the pilings and there's the sandbags. Not even moving. Well, there it is. Overwash day. Oh, look at you. Where's your coffee?
I know, man.
See, this is what I'm saying. Everyone got bent out of shape over the rocking chairs. They're just sitting here. Like, steady as she goes. Look, there's the pilings. Not even budging. You're gonna get wet. Maybe not. Oh, it splashed behind you. There they go. Wow. Oh, man. Stadium seating.
Stadium seating.
Oh, Mason, watch out, watch out, watch out.
We got wood.
get a bite, and then you hit the button with your knee, and you just.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's a mess out here, ain't it? Anyway, that's all she wrote. We're going to get dinner. Bottom line, is it a mess? Yes. Is, you know, do you need to be careful? Of course. Is it life-threatening? No, not unless you are just really ignorant and not safe. So, standing water, it's devastating. This should be the last of the bad overwashes. There's going to be more, but this should be the worst one. It is moving. What'd you think about your first time walking through out there?
It was crazy and sad.
Sad, yeah. Something's going on down there. This guy on a one wheel? Oh look, they're working on one of those lines there because they got the jacks out on the side of the back truck.
So this was the third morning of big surf. Basically had, you know, the first day that I showed in this video, and the wind was really strong, but I was able to fly the drone. And then day 2, I couldn't get the drone up. It was too windy. It was blowing 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. And so this was day 3. The storm was calming down, the swell was dying, but there was still a lot of energy in the water. Just kind of wanted to give like an overview here so that y'all can see, like, yes, the ocean front is taking a beating, and yes, you know, part of the town is flooding there, but look at how much land there is to Cape Hatteras. Yeah, it's a small island in relation to other things, but it's not like the whole place is washing away. You know, you're looking at a pretty large swell event with a very high tide, and so there isn't any beach, but there's plenty of land back there. There's plenty of woods. You know, you can't tell elevation, but all those woods you can see there in Buxton, some of those places are pretty high. They've been here a long time, thousands of years, so this place ain't going anywhere, contrary to what the media tells you or what you read on Facebook or Instagram. Like, yeah, the ocean front is getting beat up. Can't deny that. But this was a pretty crazy looking shot. You can kind of see the way these houses jut out. Buxton, the land itself in Buxton used to jut out along with those houses, but as the jetty has fallen apart, the land has eroded out, and so now it's just the houses left to fight the battle. If you look at the waves there, you can see really long swell lines. So this is coming from an east-northeast angle. The current is running north to south as the storm headed offshore of us. So the swell direction changed compared to that first day I showed you. And then this is the southern end of Buxton, where the village stops and it starts turning into Park Service land. You're looking at the old Navy base there, and you can see the jetty for you know, the lighthouse surf break up there in the top right corner. And that area got eroded the most. Those last like 4 or 5 houses leading into the old third jetty parking lot.
last year. I mean, we had all the blue northeast from what?
I know, man. It's sad to see it like this.
Russell was telling my dad there's like 12 houses that have structural damage.
It wants to, but it's not. Look, these are probably gonna wash through. Yeah, look at this double up. Oh my. And so it begins. Round 6.
Why 6?
Because this is like the 6th time it started overwashing. And then this was like kind of the final evening of, you know, the worst of it. The swell wasn't as big as the night before, but it still was solid, and our high tides in the evening were much higher than they were in the morning. So we went back out just to check some stuff out and ride our bikes around town, and wanted to get some last drone shots. You know, it's crazy to look at all these buildings just lining the water. And then you can see all the sandbags. So all those sandbags there are in front of the properties that belong to Lighthouse View Motel. You can see how they were all kind of protected. Sandbags actually help exasperate erosion, but they are a last defense mechanism, and you can see that they saved the properties there in relation to all the properties to the south that don't have the sandbags. And then here's a view pulling back. That's a Lighthouse View Motel in the center. And you can see how the sandbags definitely do a lot of protection for them. Outer Banks Motel has sandbags as well. And then here's another overview. I just kind of like showing again like how devastating it is there on the ocean front, but look at all the dry, normal land going on there in the back. Everyday life is continuing as long as you aren't there on the ocean front. And you know, man, I loved this shot. It's so beautiful the way the lighting was and stuff, and you can actually see the sandbags there causing backwash if you look in the bottom part of the video. Again, look at the double ups, see the waves on top of each other. That's from the long period energy. And then you see the waves getting sent back out to them. That's backwash caused from the sandbags. And so kind of prevents the beach from building back up. But again, last defense mechanism, save the properties. So here, looking to the south, all of these homes along the ocean front have lost their drainage fields and septic. Present day, or at least, you know, right after the storm, they all, you know, had like unsafe structure notices put on them. And so the entire ocean front there in Buxton has been basically shut down. I think a few of those houses right there on the right might be okay at this point because they're set a little further back. But all these ones that are out here in the water are currently uninhabitable. And then here we come into, like I said, you can see the lighthouse there in the background and the first jetty, popular surf spot, and just how much land has eroded right here. It's crazy how much is gone. It's hard to put it into perspective without showing like a comparison. And this is just really sad to see. It's pretty hard to look at that and accept what it looks like now.
it going?
And then here we are at the third jetty, turning around to look back to the north at the whole village. You can see how the land there has been cut in on the south side of those buildings. That's because now that all those structures are in the water, they're basically acting as like, you know, a jetty or a break wall or whatever you want to call it. And then now it's scouring out on the south side of them. Mostly due to the fact that the actual jetty that's in the water to the south there, in front of the old lighthouse location, has deteriorated to a point where it's not holding sand anymore. So now that's why we're seeing what we're seeing. If that jetty had been maintained and was still whole, it wouldn't look like this. Here we are moving to the north. You can see how some of the houses are set further back on their properties, some are out to the end. And, you know, I imagine there's a lot of people that are just like, you know, you get what you ask for. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people, you know, incorrectly quote the Bible about building houses on sand, or say you can't fight Mother Nature, or nature always wins, or that's what you get for living on a sandbar. It's just so many things. But you got to remember, some of these houses were built 40, 50 plus years ago, and there was lots of beach, lots of vegetation, lots of dune in front of them. When the Navy came in the 70s and built the jetties and did beach nourishment, it basically built out the entire beachfront of Buxton, and it held for a long time. And so all of our infrastructure was built up on land that was shored up by those jetties and the beach nourishment. But because they didn't do any more beach nourishment projects and they didn't maintain the jetties after 1997, everything just, you know, fell apart and eroded. So it's like, you know, if the whole island is basically man-made, from the dunes to all kinds of stuff, or at least on the ocean front. And so you can't just let it go. You can't like build something and let it go. It's like building a house and then your shingles fall off and you don't put them back because you're just like, oh, well, let nature take its course. Like, no, you repair the shingles. And so that's what we need to do, is repair things and, you know, try and take care of what we have built up here. There is a way to do it. We can mitigate the effects of these ocean overwash events. I loved this shot. It was so pretty. And here we are with the final drone shot. I wanted to just give people a perspective who've never been here or just don't really understand the dynamics of this place. We started out looking from Buxton to the north towards Avon, and we're pulling back here. We're looking at, you know, the Pheasant Center ball field there on the left, and Old Lighthouse Road there on the right, the Red Drum Service Center and Dillon's Corner, and you know, the whole town of Buxton. And I wanted to pull away from the ocean so that you can see, like, no matter the destruction back there, everything else is totally alive and well and dry and fine. Again, on the internet, all the, you know, news media and people making posts and comments are like, oh, the Outer Banks is washing away, everything's disappearing. It's like, no, it's not. Look at this. Like, this place is fine. It's just the ocean front is getting messed up. And look at all those oak trees and vegetation. You can see the lighthouse road there leading back to the lighthouse and Cape Point in the distance. And this place is beautiful. Like, yeah, it's rough around the edges, and doesn't need to be as rough as it is, but it's part of life here, like I said. And there's a whole lot of land here, and people are going to be here for all of our lifetimes. So I wanted to kind of give that perspective and help people understand that, like, this place isn't going to just go away. Not in 10 years, not in 30 years, not in 80 years, 100 years. Like, it's not, look at it. It's alive and well. Just a little beat up.
It's a lot of water.
Cars behind us, y'all. Get below.
That's the water here that fell out of Billy's place. We rolled it up there.
are you gonna make it?
Bob barely beat it.
So they're following the wake of Hurricane Erin's overwash. It took so many days for the swell to finally calm down. And we ended up, meeting with county officials and walking the beachfront with the Dare County commissioners and Park Service superintendent, and just kind of assessing damage and coming up with plans or having conversations of what we could do. And the main thing was to, organize a cleanup. And so the community got together, and around 200 people showed up the following Saturday and carried and organized all of the wood and debris out of the roads and off of properties. We cleaned the whole place up into like 5 giant bins and then made piles for all the extra. And it was so cool to see that many people show up. We cleaned the entire place up in 3 hours. And that's just one of the special things about Hatteras Island is like we're a small community. We go through these storms. I see so much online about like, oh, well, they'll be calling for help on the other end of this. When after they stayed for the storm, they'll need help. Yeah, I'm like, we take care of our own here. And it's something that, is just part of life, like I said. And times like this, I mean, granted, this was not like a catastrophic hurricane. It was just a bad section of the town got overwashed, and it was like oceanfront homes and pretty much all non-resident property owner properties. But we still care about our town, being cleaned up and looking nice. Like there's still people that pay taxes here and have put money into the island. And so it's like, even if they don't necessarily live here, we want to help take care of it. That's just what this place is about. If any of y'all are still watching this, I praise you for getting through this whole video because it was crazy long. Or if some of you skipped through, that works too. I would never expect anyone to watch an hour-long movie. But it was there if you wanted it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, we're all good here. Everything's cleaned up. The oceanfront still has 0 dune, as you can see. Even though it's beautiful, houses are still at the water's edge. And we have a long ways to go before things are, normal again. We'll say that. But no danger. Life is still good. We'll catch y'all next time.